Hey friends, how are you? Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, hello. All right. Sorry about that. I had some interference. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Hello to all my friends. Clint coming in. Ooh, first love. I don't have a first love emoji, but thank you for being here. Scotty boy, thank you. Good morning. Lindsay, hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. Millie, hi. Oh, it's so exciting. Christine, hello and welcome. Awesome. Sorry, just getting caught up with the chat. I just want to make sure that I say hello to everybody. Thank you thank you so much, Millie. Thank you. There we go. I'm adding some wrenches. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm doing something a little bit different today. So I was tagged in a book tag, and actually it was a witchy book tag. Dezarey, hello, good morning. How are you, friend? So yes, I was tagged actually by Dezarey to do this tag, and I was like, oh, I can't do that. I don't read books. I don't have, I don't really have that many, and witchy, it's not really my vibe. It's not my thing. And so I got to thinking about it, and I said, I can do it. I have to modify the prompts to make them work for me. So that's what I decided to do. You're just waking up? Aw. Well, I'm happy you're here. Thank you for spending your morning with us. My pleasure, Christine. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about books, which actually I have more books than I thought that I did. And to be honest with you, I used to be an avid reader. I loved books. I read frequently. I was one of those people that could take a book and just finish it in one go, like stay up all night, read the book, and get to the end. Nowadays, if I pick up a book, I usually fall asleep. Hey, Trista. Hello. Thank you for being here. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So let me introduce. I was tagged in this by Dezarey, and the original video was made by Beverly Butterfly, and she did this to celebrate her birthday. And so I want to pull up the prompts for the original questions, and I'll tell you how I modified. All right, so prompt 1 was, what witchcraft specialty draws you to buying a new book? So I removed the word witchcraft and I just stuck with specialty. And I was like, I don't really have that. Like I don't really fall into, any kind of bucket or classification. But once I started looking at my stuff, I realized, yes, I do. So for that prompt, I put down reference books. I tend to buy a lot of reference books. And this actually surprised me. Oh, you're welcome. This surprised me quite a bit. So I'm going to just show you some of the books, and I was just like, whoa, there's a theme here. So this is one that I have, the Book of Stones. And I don't know if any of you have this or you've ever seen it. It is amazing. It's super, like ginormous. It basically includes information on every single crystal. I just flipped to the page where labradorite is on. So the keywords for labradorite: magic, protection, the element is wind. It hits all the chakras, which is why it's such a favorite for many people. And then it gives you like all the scientific information about the stone, but then it also goes into the healing properties of the stone, why it's known, what it's used for, and it'll give you spiritual, emotional, physical, as well as an affirmation. So it's an awesome, awesome book. Again, it's not a book that I pull out all the time, but every once in a while I'll have a crystal and I'll want to do some research on it, and it's perfect for that. Thank you, Trista. Thank you, thank you. I picked them up from an Etsy shop, and I love them. All right, so that was Book of Stones. I love crystals. I have a lot of crystals and I do a lot of crystal work. I have bowls of crystals everywhere. I don't know if you see that shelf on my wall that has crystals. I have crystals all over the place. So I have this book here, Ultimate Guide of Crystal Grids. This is kind of like a little encyclopedia of all different kinds of grids that you could put together with your stones, and the reason, like the reason that you would do that and the layout that you would use. So of course it incorporates a lot of sacred geometry, the crystal, the reason it'll, like why you would choose certain crystals. So here, this is the page on Metatron's cube. Many of you have probably seen this symbol. And then it gives you an example of what the grid, could look like when you set it up. But it's a super cool book. It has a ton of different grids and lots of information. Again, a lot of sacred geometry information, but also a lot of chakra information. Okay, so we're seeing like reference, crystals, chakras. That's a theme. Let's see. This book, 111 Oracle Spreads. Again, a list of just all kinds of different spreads that we could use in card readings. And it's really helpful. Sometimes, if you're a reader, you have your cards and you want to, play around with them, but you're like, oh, I don't want to do like a card of the day, or I want to do something different. Then this would be something really fun to work with. And I use this a lot. I really like it. Hey, Poetic, thank you for being here. How are you? So this is a really cool book. Chelsea, hi, how are you? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. This book here, another one. This is 78 Degrees of Wisdom. This is by Rachel Pollack. This is everything and anything you ever wanted to know about the tarot. All kinds of information, and it covers like the history, the cards, the art, the symbolism, divinatory meanings, upright meanings, reversal meanings. Even at the end, it'll go into like types of readings, the Kabbalah. It just has so much great information. This was a difficult read for me, but I did finish it from end to end. Hey, Grace, how are you? Grace. Grace. Awesome. Okay. Da. You in the money now. Along the lines of reference books, I have this book, The Petit Lenormand Oracle. This is just like the other book, but about the Lenormand system, which is a system that I was studying for a while, and then I stopped because it was just really hard. It's hard to learn more than one thing at a time. So it's a great book, a great reference book, a great teaching tool. Hey, Audra, how are you? Hold on. Hold on. Thank you for being here, friend. Yeah, a lot of really cool information. So you could see that I have a bunch of different reference material is what I would say. Here is Kitchen Table Tarot. This is again, like, this is similar to the other book, the 78 Degrees of Wisdom, but it's a little bit more lighthearted and easier read. And I use it again for reference. A lot of really good information in here. But yeah, outside of that, here, this is the last one that I pulled out. Tarot for Yourself. If anybody has any of these books, let me know. Desi, you have to go. Okay, no problem. Oh, 1111, thank you. This is Tarot, Tarot for Yourself. Mary K. Greer. This is more like an activity book. So if you're learning the tarot and you want to have a book to kind of study and learn and do different activities, this is really helpful. I've had this book for a really long time, and I forget what, this has been around forever because this is the 35th anniversary edition of this book. Hey, Cherry Blossom. Hi. Thank you for being here today. Appreciate you. So that was prompt number 1. Those are the books that I have, not really witchcraft related, but my specialty seems to be that. Seems to be reference. So prompt number 2 was a book in your collection that you refer to daily. And I don't have a book like that, but I have one that I refer to almost on the regular, and it is this, the Wee Moon Calendar. I love this thing. I couldn't recommend this enough. This is a, you know, as you could imagine, it's a calendar. It's like a planner, and it gives you everything you wanted to know about astrology. So if it's something, hey Fatima, how are you? Thank you for being here. If it's something that you ever wanted to know about astrology, this is a great book. So what I love about this is, yes, it's a planner and you have all kinds of space, but this was a book created by women, and they, you know, all of the art in this book and all of the poetry, because there's a lot of art and poetry in this book, is meant to empower women. And for that reason, I decided to pick it up and give it a try. But it gives you everything in terms of astrology, like forecasts. You have eclipses, it gives you retrograde information, even has a little section on the year of the snake, and then tons of great artwork. All of the moon phases, when the planets are coming in and out, the wheel, right? Some people call it the witch's wheel, but the wheel of the year. So it'll tell you, like, if you're in Lammas, or, you know, where you are at the time. So let me flip to, we're in July, no, August. Yeah, we're in Lammas. We're in Lammas. And you can see here, there's a piece of art It gives you the artist and the title, and then some poetry. It's really cool. I like this. I do use it as a planner, and I write notes in it and refer to it, but there's a lot of great reference information in here, which is why I love it so much. So this would be the one that I use for not on the daily, but almost, you know, almost on the daily. Okay. How's everybody doing? All right, Trista had to drop. Okay, bye, Trista. I hope you have a good day. Okay. All right, so we're on prompt 3. What non-witchcraft book has inspired your practice? So I pulled out 2, actually. I pulled out 2. I'll start with this one. This is called The Surrender Experiment. I don't know if you have this or if you read it or heard about it. It's by Michael Singer, and it was on the New York Times bestseller list. But basically, this is the story of how he manifested his life, and it is a fascinating read. It's incredible. Like, he went from, you know, this was like a rags to riches type of story. A lot of it right here in Florida, but such a beautiful story about the power of positive thinking, the power of manifestation, the power of saying yes when opportunities present themselves in your life. Because a lot of times we have the tendency to maybe feel overwhelmed or back up, or, oh, I have to think about this. But he made a conscious decision that he was going to say yes to every opportunity that came to him. And it was an incredible story. Ooh, I'm having iced coffee. It's so good. All right. So that was the surrender experiment. I love this. Yes, this, so you might like this, Scotty. It's not too big. It was an easy read for me, but it was really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. So that's the surrender experiment. KCMR. So Beverly is the person who did the original hashtag. My name is Elizabeth, and thank you for being here and welcome. I do readings, but today I'm doing a VR, so I'm not going to be doing readings at the moment. But if you subscribe and hit the bell, then you'll be notified, because I do live readings pretty regularly. So it's just today I have a VR that I'm working on, but I do a lot of live readings. Audra, thank you. It's I bought it from a Cherokee vendor on Etsy, and I love it. I love it. All right, we were on, what prompt was that? The book that inspired your practice. The other one I'm gonna say is this one, Braiding Sweetgrass. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or if you've ever read it. This is such a great book. If you're a plant lover, this book is for you. It talks about plant life. You know, last night on the live, I pulled a card and it was called Plant Kin. I don't remember who got that card, but this is kind of like the vibe for that card, because you know, plants are kin to us. And so this book is all about someone who studied plants like in the school system, but then went out and studied with the tribe to learn more about their roots and the plants and the land. And it's just such a great read, an inspiring read. I didn't realize, but I picked up this version. This is the young adult version, but this is not the official version of it. Okay, Poetic, thank you for being here. Bye-bye. But it is such a great book, and it has all kinds of, this is how I learned about the three sisters. So many great stories in here. I love this book. This is how I learned about, you know, their process for collecting sap from the trees. And I don't know, just a lot of stories taking the tobacco and using tobacco as a spiritual offering to the land. I mean, there's so many great little tidbits that I picked up from this book. The creation story, the wheel, you know, there's a lot of art in here. It's just, it was such a great read. I love this book. And I really enjoyed it. And I feel like this is something that did, you know, inspire my practice. All right, I need a sip. Content too, Nightbot. Let me see. Peaceful. Oh, I love that. I love that. Love, love, love. So the next prompt was, who is your favorite witch author and why? I'm gonna pass on that one because I don't really have, you know, even if I took out the word witch, I don't buy a lot of like witch content or materials. But even if I took that out, I don't have a favorite author, like someone whose books, when they come out, I go running to the store to get them. I don't have anybody like that. So I was like, oh, I'll just pass on that one. And then the next one was, if you could write a book, what would it be about? And for me, this was easy. It was the first thing that came to my mind. It would be about dream work. I love dream work. I do a lot of dream work, and I feel like I get most of my messages, my insights that come in, my downloads, they come in at night while I'm sleeping. But as you all know, you go to sleep, you wake up. Sometimes you wake up, you're tired, you don't know why. And you were likely, you know, tossing and turning in your sleep or having dreams, and you just don't remember, or you wake up and then you forget what you just dreamt. So that is something that I work on. And what I do is I set intention before bed, and I have a few decks that I use for that, right? For dream work. And the one that I'm using right now is this one, Dream Ritual Oracle cards. This is such a great deck. The artwork is very easy. I've used this just as a regular oracle. And so basically before bed, I give it a shuffle and I pull out a card. I look at the art, and then I pull out the book and I will read the message for that card. I tend to get a lot of repeat messages when I use this deck, and it tends to be very spot on for what is happening in my dream life at that moment. It's been a really cool deck to work with. And what I like about this deck, that it tells you in the book, like here's the last card that I just pulled out. It's ego, right? So then you go into the book and you look up ego. This is the only part of this deck that I don't like, is that it's not in alphabetical order. So anyways, you go to the card. It's gonna give you the qualities. It's gonna talk about the lunar power. It'll tell you a little bit. It'll give you like an idea for a ritual in case you wanted to do a ritual. And then it goes on to nocturnal insight, right? So it'll give you the insight for how this shows up in a dream. And then at the end, it gives you a mantra. So for this one, ego, it's my dream sees me. And so when I read the mantra, I just like gently repeat that to myself as I drift off to sleep. And what I end up doing is this is training. This is not something that you're like, oh, tonight I think I'm gonna do this. It takes time and and practice. But what I do is I go to bed, and when I dream, I wake up from the dream, I grab my phone, I voice record the dream, and I go back to sleep. And I've been doing this for most of this year, but more regularly the last 2 months. Ever since I started doing the intention before bed, I'm able to do it with more frequency. The other thing that I'm gonna say is, not only that, but now I'm to the point where if I wake up, even if I wake up, record, go to the restroom, go back to bed, I can go back into the dream and continue to pull out symbols. So that part is really cool and exciting. The problem is, of course, that when you wake up, you lose a lot of that. So I just try to pull out whatever I can. And then I have this, journal where I have the recordings of all of the dreams and the symbols, the places. I have dreamt certain dreams and then have repeat dreams or visit the same places in my dreams. It's just super interesting to do it, and I feel like you learn a lot from the things. Now, obviously, it's not every dream, right? Sometimes you watch something on TV, you go to bed, you wake up, and you had a dream about the thing that you saw on television. That happens. But I do get a lot of insight from the work that I'm doing with my dreams. And so if I were to write a book, that's what I would, that's what I would do it on. All right. Let's see. Gosh, this is a very easy prompt, okay? So we're down to the last one. Show 3 books from your to be read pile. They call that TBR. Do you know that there's this whole world? Like, I have a niche, right? So I read tarot and I tend to consume a lot of tarot content on YouTube. But there's, a whole other world out there, booktube, and it's pretty intense. All right. So books from my TBR list. I'll start with this one. Eastern Body, Western Mind. I bought this book, I don't know, 3 years ago. I bought this book 3 years ago. Somebody told me, it's so amazing, you have to read it. Da, da, da. Well, okay, I went running, I bought it, and then it's still there. I haven't read it. And I don't know why. Because I heard it was amazing. This has a lot of information about the chakras and the body, of course. Look at this. Chakra 1, reclaiming the temple of the body. And I love that because our body is our temple. Hi, living life with Lena. I think it's Lena, right? How you doing? Thank you for being here. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, tell me too. Jumping in the shower. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Millie. Yeah, this is a great book. It is psychology and the chakra system as a path to the self. and it's by Anadea Judith. I don't know if you know this author. She has a ton of books on this kind of topic. Yes, it is. Either way you pronounce it, it's cool with me. Oh, you're so sweet, Lena. Lena. I do some people maybe say Lena or Linnea. I don't know. But yeah, this is a great book. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's just there. So this is one that I would say is on my to be read list. And the second one on my to be read list is going to be the continuation of this book. This book is so awesome. This is called To Shape a Dragon's Breath. It's by Monoquill Black Goose. This is indigenous fiction, and I love this book. And it's basically about a woman who enters this, if you could think of like Harry Potter, right? Hogwarts. Well, it's kind of like that, except that it's a colonizer run dragon academy, and she has to go in there. She is the only indigenous person and the only female, and she has to learn how to shape her dragon's breath. And it's a super interesting book. It's been amazing. I love it so much. I'm towards the end of this book, and part 2 is coming out next year, 2026. So this will be on my to be read list. Here, this book here. When I Was Puerto Rican. I have had this book for years. When I Was Puerto Rican. So if you don't know, I am. And I've had this book for years. This is by Esmeralda Santiago. And I have not picked it up. I don't know why. I don't know why. This is on my TBR list. Every time I purge, you know how you go through these, streaks where you decide, I need to clean up, I need to get rid of stuff, I need to purge. Every time I purge, I never get rid of this book. I hold on to it. I've had this forever and ever. When did this come out? She has a lot of books. 1993. I wouldn't be shocked if I had it around the time that it came out. Yeah, so this is on my TBR. This is on my TBR. And the last book, you'll be surprised. I don't know, maybe you'll be surprised, maybe not. Pride and Prejudice Zombies. And this, I think, is based on a movie. I haven't seen it, but I'm reading the book. I started it and I haven't finished. I started it and I set it aside. And it follows the story so well, except that it incorporates, the zombie apocalypse. It's cool. It's a cool read. Yeah, it was made into a movie. It was made into a movie, but I haven't seen it yet. But I've been enjoying the book. So yeah, that is on my TBR. So you could see there's kind of like a theme. I do like to have reference books. I have a lot of, I know there's zombies everywhere. But there's a lot of people that subscribe to that whole zombie apocalypse and all the different things. Oh, I know, Audra. I love Pride and Prejudice, and I watch both the versions, right? Like the one with Keira Knightley. But I also like the other one. I forget the name of the girl that's in the other one, and the guy is, I forget his name too. Popular actor. That one is like on BBC, and it has like 5 chapters or episodes. But yeah, I love them both. I could watch them over and over and over again. It's so good. So, oh, hi, how are you, Tanya? Thank you for being here. Yeah, you like my earrings? I got these from a Cherokee vendor on Etsy. I got that, and I got the choker. You can see. And I'm wearing the ring. You see that? You guys, so if you don't know, my jewelry addiction has online jewelry sales, and I picked up this beautiful piece. This is like conch shell, and it's by a designer. I can't remember who she said it was, but yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. See? Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, my beautiful daughter. Hello. Welcome, and thank you for being here, and get back to work, Missy. Oh my goodness. So yes, that is all of the books. A big collection of reference, a big section of you're not busy. Okay, you can stay and hang out, my darling. Lots of tarot, lots of reference, lots of crystal books because I love crystals. Um, let's see, I guess a lot of Zen and meditation, manifestation. That's something that I find very interesting. Lottie, hi, how are you? Friends, if you are not subbed to Lottie, please sub to Lottie. She is a fabulous piano player, and I just love her channel. And she, you know, plays all of the music herself. She has this beautiful playlist. I love to play it when I'm getting ready in the mornings. She's amazing. I love her. So yeah, that's what I have. That is what I have. So yeah, a big collection of a bunch of stuff, a bunch of books. I always like books. I would rather pick up a physical book than like a PDF. I don't enjoy PDF. I like the tactile experience. But what I find nowadays when I pick up books is that, you know, I'll read and my eyes will get tired, and then that's it. It's over. It's over for me. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee. Oh, of course. Of course. I have Nightbot on, and so last time that we used Nightbot, it was pretty frequent, so I was trying to space it out, but now it seems like too spaced out. So if you wanted to share your links in the chat, you can do so by typing !TMIM, a name that was given to me by Heaney. And so, yeah, if you type !TMIM, you'll be able to share out your links and perhaps gain a couple of subscribers. Yeah, so that is what I have for you, friends. Those are all my books. I, like I said, I considered not doing the tag, but I really wanted to do it because Dezarey tagged me and she was so brave. She was like, you know, I don't really, you know, resonate with the label witch, but I could see that a lot of the things I do are witchy, and I would totally agree. I would totally agree with that. So I was like, you know what? I started looking at my collection and I realized I had more than what I thought, and I would put together this VR. The last one that I did was 20 prompts, so that one took me quite a while. Today we wrapped up pretty quick. Pretty quickly. So I don't know, you guys. I will open it up. I can do a quick card pull for you if you would like, and then we can go about our days. So if you would like a card pull, let me know. Just type #me in the comments, and I'm happy to pull a card. There you go. And let's see, I'm gonna grab the first deck that I have right here. This is an oracle deck, and it is called Soul Trees Ascension. Lena, happy to pull a card for you. All right, let's see. Card for Lena. Right here. Conception. So it's something new that you're working on, or that you're trying to bring. Something new that you're trying to bring or grow or protect. All right. So Lena, here's conception. So this is that idea again of birthing a new idea, a new project, using your creativity. It's something that you would nurture and grow and protect, and in essence, you know, take care of. And we got the card, love you. So it's this tells me that this is a labor of love. It's a project that is likely taking up a lot of your energy, but it's a labor of love. You enjoy it and you want to see it come to fruition, so you continue to do the things that you are doing. And the final card that I pull for you is harmony. Harmony. So that could be that you need to bring things into harmony or into balance, because maybe right now it's not working in your favor, but it could. It just needs to be harmonized. So that's what I have for you, my dear. And thank you for letting me read for you. That's true. Okay, thank you for that. Feedback is important in live readings because it lets me know, you know, if I'm on track with where I'm going. So thank you for letting me know. And Cherry Blossom, yep, I'm happy to pull a card for you. Cherry Blossom. And I almost always read with tarot cards, so it's fun to do something different and read with oracles. I have plenty. I have plenty. Lord knows I have too many. My tarot collection is out of control. Ooh. All right. It's a clear message. Cherry Blossom. Ooh. Wow. Okay. It's a very clear message, and the last card literally just flew out of the deck for you. Okay. Let's see. An opportunity. So Cherry Blossom, have you been presented an opportunity? Because that's what's come up. Opportunity knocks, right? It's up to us if we decide to welcome it in. And I was talking about this a little bit earlier. Sometimes we get overwhelmed when opportunities come and we start immediately with like, no, that can't work, or, you know, that's going to be too hard, or that's going to be too this, or that's going to be too that. So maybe then what this means for you is to be aware. Be aware, because opportunities they're out there, right? They're ready, and they could present at any moment. The other card that I pulled for you is follow through. So whatever these opportunities are, make sure to see them through from end to end, whether you decide that you want to do it or not. Make sure, I don't want to say burning bridges, but make sure that when these opportunities present themselves, even if it's something that you're not interested in doing, this is your favorite deck. Aw. Even if it's something that you're not interested in doing, you know, letting the person know, thank you so much for thinking of me. I appreciate you. Let me have some time to think about that, and I'll get back to you. Don't answer right away. Take some time to think about it. You don't have to give an answer right away. And you don't have to say yes to everything that comes your way. But it should be considered, right? Follow it through. The other card that I got for you is liberation. Liberation. So maybe this is a bit of a predictive reading for you. Perhaps there are opportunities that are coming your way. And I'm just asking that you follow through on the opportunities, and perhaps this is going to lead to some kind of sense of freedom for you. So since this reading, it seems to be more divinatory, you know, keep it in the back of your mind. You know, a week from now, a month from now, whenever it is, you might have that moment where you're like, oh, this is what she was talking about that day. So if you have that, you know, come back and let me know, because I would love to hear. I would love to hear. I don't do divination style readings, but sometimes messages come up in the cards. So I just share what I see. A lot of times it doesn't make any sense to me, but it makes sense to the person. So that is what I have for you, my dear. Hopefully there's something in there that you can take with you. And thank you so much for being here today. All right. Anyone else? Hi, Chelsea. Thank you, Cherry Blossom. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. If there is anyone that would like a reading, feel free to type #me in the comments, and I am happy to do that for you. I am using a nature-based deck, Soul Trees. Soul Trees Ascension. Fatima, you're still here. Hello. Chelsea? Okay. Grace. Okay. All right. So let me start with Chelsea and Lindsay. Okay. I'll start with Chelsea. Ooh, a repeat card. Chelsea. All right, Chelsea. So I got the card of harmony for you. This card came up a little while ago. And of course, you know, in our minds, when we hear the word harmony or like harmonize, we know what that means. We know that when something is in harmony, it's beautiful. It sounds amazing, especially like music. It's incredible. And so you could see there's almost like this duality here, right? You see the darker spiral, the lighter spiral, that combination of light and dark, and finding a way to bring those together without one overpowering the other. It's bringing things into harmony. And then with that, we have the card of ascension, right? The card, a spiritual ascension would in essence be that leveling up that we do spiritually. And right now is the perfect time. We're just coming out of Lionsgate, right? That is the perfect time that we use for releasing the things that are not serving us, so that we can make space for the things that we need to step into. We can't step into our future self if we still have one foot in our past. And so right here, we're seeing the card of ascension and the card of imagination. Imagination. I feel like this is asking you to be creative and give it some thought and try different things. Try things that are outside of your comfort zone, right? Because there's an opportunity for you to level up and bring more harmony into your life. And that is what I have for you, friend. Hopefully that resonates. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let me pull up the chat. Okay. All right, Chelsea. So let me know. Let me know if that resonates. And then we'll go to Grace. All right. And Mizu. Mizu loves sultries. Beautiful. I'm glad that this deck can make you happy. It's a beautiful deck. It's great for intuitive readings. Beautiful. Hummingbird just came to visit me. Oh, we pulled the hummingbird card last night, remember? It's so hard because they're so fast and they're so small and they're hard to see. There's medicine for you there. All right, we were pulling a card for Chloe. No, not for Chloe. Grace. For Grace. I must have Chloe on the mind. I feel like this deck is really good for inspiring your best self. Ooh, I meant to pull one and I got two, so we're going to go with it. So we have 4 cards. So give me a second so I can take this in, Grace. Okay, Lena has shared out her links. Yeah, that's beautiful and that's perfect. That's why it's there, so that we can love on each other and support each other. Beautiful. Okay. All right, Grace. I'm going to start over here with the card of perception. You know, a lot of people say perception is reality, right? With this card of perception, you see there's like, I don't know, smoke, fog. There could be a moon back there. It's kind of hard, you know, to see. And I feel like this card is letting us know that sometimes our perception can be skewed and we don't realize, right? We don't realize. So you can't always 100% trust everything that you see, because that may not necessarily be the case. I've also gotten the well-being card, and I love that blue swirl right there in the center, right under the branch of the tree. Creativity. And the card of ease. So it's a really beautiful message. So well-being, of course, asks us to take better care of ourselves, right? To take care. Earlier, I was saying our body is our temple. So it's important. It's important to take care of ourselves. It's important to listen to our bodies and honor, you know. And I'll use this as an example. Sometimes I'm working on something, a project, and, you know, I feel it like here, like my creative juices, they're flowing, right? I don't want to stop. But then I start to feel like my eyes are tired. I feel tired. My eyes are tired. So what happens? You start to slow down. You start to make more mistakes, right? But you're like, I'm almost done, and you keep pushing through it. So honoring your body or putting yourself first, considering your own well-being, would say, you know what? Pause the activity, pause the action, and take a break and rest and fill your cup, because that is how you're performing at your best self. You can't do it if you're tired, if you're exhausted, if your brain is having a hard time. And so we have the card of well-being, card of perception. Taking well-being into consideration brings ease, right? It brings peace of mind. And when we do that, it allows us to think in a different way, right? It allows our creative juices to start flowing, and it brings on new ideas. And that is what shifts perception, right? So, out of all of these cards here, I feel like the major message for you is to take care of yourself. Take care of your body, listen to your body, make sure you're getting your proper rest, make sure you're grounding, make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids, and you will find yourself, you'll find it easier to get a little bit more ease into your life. And then you can plug into other things, right? Perception, and ultimately shift your perception, because you are being imaginative, you're being creative, you're doing your thing. Oh, that's amazing, Audra. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the pool. I love that. All right, let me see. Let me catch up with the chat. I think we were talking about birds. Favorite birds. Ooh. Hey, PLR. Hi, I didn't see you come in. Hi and welcome. Yes, I'm happy that you're here too. We were doing a VR and now I'm just doing like card pulls. So that's amazing. All right, Lindsay, I saw a pet crow. A pet crow? Ooh. Grace, you're welcome. A pet crow from a few days ago. Oh, wow. That's incredible. I love that. Resty. Resty, hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. Resty Gediela. Resty Gediela. Hello. Okay. Feed a crow and they will protect your home. I believe that. Oracle King, hi, how are you? Thank you for being here. Hi and welcome. Beautiful. Okay. Where was I? I lost my place. Okay, I just read for Grace. Okay, Lindsay and then Fatima. All right, so let me give the deck a shuffle. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I'm getting a chance to use this deck. I used it the other day. I was doing some pairings and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna do more. Oh, you love hanging out. I love hanging out with you too. But you know, I was thinking like Saturdays, it seems like it's hard, right? Because for people that work Monday through Friday, Saturday is their first day off and they're like cleaning the house or running errands or doing things. And so I was thinking of moving my lives to Friday, Friday evening. So I'm not sure. If you have a thought, let me know. If you have a thought, let me know, because I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, oh yeah, 11 o'clock is perfect. But then other times I'm not 100% sure. So much gratitude. You know, when you have gratitude in your heart, like it helps to elevate your situation. All of a sudden, the things that you're worrying about seem like nothing. Do you ever notice that? Like sometimes you're worrying about all kinds of nonsense and then something truly catastrophic happens and you immediately become humbled by the experience, because you're like, oh my, here I am worrying about X, Y, and Z, and in the grand scheme of things, this is nothing compared to what these other people are going through or this situation over here. So there's nothing, I feel like gratitude, having gratitude in your heart. 1 p.m. Oh, okay, here it's almost noon. It's almost noon. Beautiful. But Scotty is in, okay, Scotty is in California, so that's why. Scotty, you wake up early. brings in more of what you need. Yes, when you have gratitude in your heart, it amplifies. And all of a sudden, things just come to you. You attract better energy. You attract like opportunities. You attract people. It's just incredible. I love it. 1759. Whoa, where are you, Lena? That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, we were reading for Lindsay. Okay, Lindsay, you're still here, right, Lindsay? Oh, there she is. Okay. Scotty B on one side, Lottie B on the other. Speaking the truth. I try. I like the truth node. But last night I needed, oh, another repeat card. Last night I needed joy. Joy. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna pull, wait, I gotta think. Hold on. This is Lindsay. Lindsay, hold on. Lindsay, is there a situation that's weighing on you right now? Like something that you wish would just be gone from your life? I want to swing on your porch. Okay, so Lindsay, this is spirit coming in loud and clear. Liberation, okay? In addition to this, Lindsay, look what it says here. Wait patiently and trust. Wait patiently and trust. So this is asking you, trust spirit. Trust in divine timing. Because whatever it is that's going on right now, it's happening for a reason. There's a lesson there. I don't know if it's for you or for the other person, but there's a lesson there and it is going to come to an end. You just have to wait patiently and trust that everything is happening for your highest good. And that's my message for you, my friend. I don't have a rocking chair, but I have like one of those like swings, like a chair swing where it's just like for one person. I love to sit in it, but right now it's really, really hot and humid. But if you wait until like 7 or 8, you can sit out there and enjoy it. The problem is that it's also like I have bees everywhere, hornets everywhere, wasps everywhere, and it's just, oh, we love you, Lindsay. I know it's not easy. It's not easy when we're dealing with bull crap. We ask ourselves like, why me? Oh, hugs, my friend. Swings are so fun. I find it very relaxing and peaceful. I sit out there. I like to listen to the birds, but then the cicadas sometimes take over. Okay. All right. Lindsay. Fatima. Fatima, are you still here? This is for you, my friend. If anyone wants a reading, I'm just pulling cards from my oracle deck. So if you would like a reading, just type hashtag me, and I will get to you. Gazebo. Ooh, gazebos are so pretty. My neighbor has one. But you know, a lot of people put stuff like that in their yards and then never use them. He's allergic to them. Wait, what is he allergic to? Where am I? I feel lost in the chat. Hold on. Reading on Fatima. John. What's wrong with John? Is he sick? He got bitten by bees yesterday. Oh my God. Yeah, my son got bit by a hornet walking in the yard. Goodness gracious. They're everywhere right now. PLR. Okay, I got you. I went back in the, I was just going back in the chat just to make sure I hadn't missed anybody. Okay, I'm on Fatima. All right. Hugs for John. It's not easy because, and you know, that's in his line of work. He's a gardener, he's a landscaper, you know, that's a hazard of the business. Okay. From a bee sting. You know, every time I hear that, I always think of that movie. Was it Stand By Me? Ooh, Fatima. Oh, I love this. All right, Fatima, are you here? My Girl. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. My Girl. That was such a good movie. It was so sad. She didn't know she was allergic. Yes. Thank goodness. Does he have an EpiPen? You know, some people carry an EpiPen. All right. Where are we? We were on Fatima. Okay. Oh, Benadryl. He took Benadryl. Yeah. I mean, that'll, whatever helps, right? Morning prayers early on my porch. Oh, I always wanted to have one of those, you know, like from the South, but not South like here in Florida, but you know, like one of those like wraparound porches with the swing and the rocking chair, and have your iced tea or your lemonade out there, and ah, that'd be nice. PLR. I'm trying to see where I am in the chat. All right, I lost my place. You miss your porch swing? I sit on a stoop. Oh, I love that. You know, necessity is the mother of invention. That's what I say. Oh, Lena, you're in South Africa? Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Thank you for being here. No wonder it's a different time where you are. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's radically different. I'm trying to find the last hashtag because I lost my place. There it is right there, Fatima. Okay. All right, Fatima, are you still here? This is your reading. You ready, my dear? Let me know. Nova Scotia. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's my pleasure. Okay, Fatima. Opportunity. First of all, I have to say, I know a lot of people here today are here from Truth Wave. And Truth Wave is a blessing, right? And what I'm going to say is, you know the part that Millie plays on Truth Wave? Well, Fatima is like that in Tarot Tube. So Fatima is our Millie in Tarot Tube. Fatima is everywhere. Fatima supports everyone. Fatima comments on everybody's lives. She's so loving and so giving of her time and her presence. And I just love that about her. And I just wanted to be sure that I said thank you. I adore you. I am happy to be connected with you. And I'm grateful and appreciative of your support. So for you, my friend, We have the card of opportunity. You have an opportunity before you. And what Spirit is saying, this is a time for you. And this is perfect timing, right? Coming out of Lionsgate. Do you ever go back in time and look like where you were a year ago? And then retrace everything that you've been able to do and accomplish in that year? That's another beautiful gratitude practice. So here, Fatima, we have the card, you have the card of opportunity, but you also have this card here, inner growth. This is a time for inner growth. You could see this connection to the land, but also like, I feel like the focus is on the roots in the soil, but the roots here, you know, Father Sky, that idea of Father Sky, connection to spirit, you know, that idea of as above, so below, right? So there's an opportunity for you for growth, and a reminder for you, be present. Be present in what you do. I feel like you are that way already, very intentional. Just a little reminder, a little nudge from Spirit. Sometimes Spirit wants to get messages to us. Hey, Simple, how are you? You guys, if you're not connected with Simple Family Lifestyle, they have the most adorable aquarium, and I like to put it on while I'm working. I pretend like it's my aquarium, or sometimes at night when I can't sleep, I put on the aquarium. And it's just so peaceful, and everybody goes in to visit the aquarium, and I'm obsessed with Blue Lobster. Blue Lobster, I find, is very spunky, and I don't know. It's just it's a cool setup. So Simple. What I'm going to say is I love your setup. I wish sometimes that you could hear, you know how when you're running a fish tank and it has the little motor and you could hear the water like gurgling or whatever. I wish that we could hear that. You know, like when you see a fire but there's nothing like seeing the fire and hearing it crackle, like the combination of the two. It would be so amazing if, you know, one day you could get to the point where you could do that. That would be cool. So yes. Simple. If you type hashtag TMIM, you can share out your links in the chat. And if anyone is a lover of aquariums and wants a place where they could, you know, go and take a few deep breaths, then that's your spot. Fatima, that is a beautiful message for you, my friend. I love it. Be present. Be present, because right now you're in a period of growth because of the kids. Oh, the kids in the background. Yeah, it's hard. Yes, the aquarium. Hold on one second. Yes. If you scroll up in the chat and find, you know, do hashtag TMIM. Hashtag TMIM, and then you can share the links. So yeah, Fatima, a period of growth for you. And you know, growth is hard because a lot of times growth is painful or uncomfortable. So I just want to say, it's that reminder to plug in, to stay grounded, to stay connected, to be present, because you're in the season right now. You're in the thick of it. You are in the thick of it, my friend. So that is for you, Fatima. That makes total sense. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you for that feedback. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I'm scrolling down. I don't want to lose my place, but I'm looking for the next hashtag me if you want me to pull a card for you. Hashtag me. My daughter was in the chat. I don't know if she's still in the chat. Goodness gracious. So, hey Anna, how are you? I'll get you. So my daughter went to Truth Wave last night. And she tells me she was there and she was desperately trying to get my attention in the chat, but I didn't see her comments. I said, well, did anybody say hi to you? And she's like, yeah, but I was trying to get your attention. Oh my gosh, as she said, I was there for the whole sound debacle. So last night we had an issue with sound, and we were trying to work through all that. So it was a little bit stressful trying to figure all that out. And yeah, and then she was just, you know, making fun of the whole situation. All right. Scrolling, scrolling. Like when somebody needs to get a hold of you, they know how to find you. Okay, Play Love, remember, we're up to you. Are you here? PLR? PLR. Truth Wave would be amazing. Yes, because it's a safe space, a safe environment. And it's good to teach kids from an early age that idea of meditation, the idea of taking a breath, the idea of not letting your feelings or your emotions run away. You know, teach them from an early age how to come back into their bodies when they get in their heads or get into their emotions. Yeah. There's things that I feel like, why are they bothered teaching this in school? Why don't they teach something else? All right, PLR, are you here? Is PLR here? Yeah, PLR is here. All right, PLR, I'm gonna pull cards for you. Ooh. All right. PLR. This makes absolutely no sense to me, so I'm going to tell it to you and hopefully it makes sense to you. So we have a theme here. A period of reflection. Not stewing or replaying or rehashing a situation in our mind, just reflecting, right? You know, that's that idea of watching the scenario or the story unfold and letting it drift past. This is something that has, so let me show you the card here. We have the card of reflections. And look how beautiful this blue one here is reflecting in the water. And then we also have emotions, because a lot of times when we reflect on things, emotions come up for us. And that's, I feel like, the medicine of meditation is learning to put those emotions like maybe into these clouds and just watch them float away. And I get the sense that you're doing the work, right? That you're trying, you're making the effort. And everything is going to come together for you. Look how pretty that card is. This shows a tree that is firmly rooted and it is in bloom. So yes, this is a positive card and this is the final card. And I feel like good things are in store for you, my friend. You are doing the work. You're doing the work and everything is gonna come together. Oh yes, when school starts, yeah, you can do the aquarium again. That would be cool. All right, PLR, that message is for you. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Sometimes I pull cards and to me, I'm like, I don't know what that means. But to the other person, they're like, oh, okay. Dezarey, you're back for a quick minute. That's for you, my dear. Miss you, friend. Busy lady. Lottie, it brings joy. Yeah. Lottie brings joy to everyone with her piano. You know what I told Karen? I found Karen in a chat somewhere, and I was like, Karen, you need to start singing, and also you need to do a collaboration with Lottie, and then you could sing and Lottie could play the piano. And she was like, we're actually talking about doing something like that. So I like that a lot. Oh, you met your spirit guide Joseph there. I love that. You know, I just got confirmation this year on a spirit guide that had been presenting themselves to me in dreams. And they kept coming and they kept coming. And then before bed, I set the intention. You know, earlier I was talking about dream work. So before bed, I set the intention. And I said, if you are indeed my spirit guide and you want the best for me in love and in light, I want you to show me a sign. I want you to bring me a butterfly. And I went to bed and I completely forgot about it. And then the next day I was busy, I was working. It was one of those days, and it was getting late. I was running out of time. And finally I got a minute and I said, I'm gonna go sit in my swing just for a few minutes, because I find it to be a de-stressor for me if I had a rough day at work. So I go and I sit in my swing, and all of a sudden a white butterfly comes, and I'm in a lanai. So in a lanai you have the roof. There's just no walls, right? I'm in the lanai. The butterfly came in under the lanai, floated in right into my line of sight, and then floated away. And I thought to myself, oh, that's interesting. Hey, All-Starsy, how are you? Thank you for being here. I thought, oh, that's really interesting. And then I remembered, like, I had the flashback to the night before where I asked for the confirmation and I got it. So it's a thing. It is a thing. All right. So that was for PLR. Okay, I'm gonna keep going here. Hold on. And again, if you want a card pull, just type hashtag me. Just put hashtag me and I'll get you. Oracle King, are you still here? People have them and never use them. I agree. People put in gazebos and all kinds of stuff. They spend all this time redesigning their gardens and all their space, and then they never use it. Oh, with yeah. Yeah, I've heard her tell stories of the butterflies, and it's incredible. Yeah. It's super cool when you have those synchronicities like that. All right. Hashtag me. Oh shoot, my chat jumped. Anna Philippa. Anna, are you still here? I'm just checking the chat real quick. All right, from PLR, I think it was PLR and then Anna. So if I miss someone, just put it in for me. Just help me out because the chat is moving quick and I'm having no, yeah. Okay, so there's PLR. And then after that was Anna. Yeah, Anna. Okay. Desi, are you leaving? Okay. Oh, Lottie's leaving. All right. Bye, Lottie. Love you, friend. Anna, are you still here? I'm going to pull cards for you. All right. Ooh. Okay, Anna. It is right here. It's a positive message. All right, Anna. It's been a while since I've read for you, so I don't know how your situation has changed, but you have the card of breakthrough. So hopefully this is something positive and something that you have been waiting for or working towards, you know, to have some kind of breakthrough. This could be with a person, this could be with work, this could be with a situation, a project, something that you're trying to bring to fruition. So you have the card of breakthrough, and this card here, I love it so much. Sweetness. Victory is sweet. Victory is sweet, my friend. So you are going to be having a breakthrough, and everything is going to work to your favor. And we have the card of creativity. So a chance for you to tap into your imagination, tap into your creativity, and, you know, let it flow. Let it flow. Don't hold in. Don't hold back. Now that you've had this breakthrough, if the breakthrough is an opportunity to stop something that you were doing before so you could start something new, this would be the time to bring in a little bit of creativity, okay? Don't fall back into old habits, right? Because sometimes that happens. Because we're human, right? It's just like when you're trying to break a habit. They say it takes 3 weeks to break a habit, and you know, you could be doing good, and then all of a sudden you know, you have a moment and you do the thing, and it's okay. You have awareness of it, and you pick yourself up and you keep trying, you keep going. Aerosmith. Scotty, are you gonna sing? What is happening? Okay, so that was for Anna. Beautiful. Simple family lifestyle. When does school start over there for you? I think school starts next week here. Beautiful Dezarey, what could you be doing that is keeping you busy and keeping you away from me? Dezarey, fess up. What have you been up to? I'm gonna meet you. I'm gonna meet you over there at Turtle's channel, okay? Be prepared, my friend. I'm looking. All right. I think I got everybody. I don't see anything. If I missed anyone, please let me know. Hashtag me if you want me to pull a card. But I think I got everybody. I'm back in the saddle again. Oh no, now I'm gonna have that song in my head. Carolina, when did this start? My friend, this started at 11 my time, so that would have been 8 o'clock your time, so no offense. But in light of that, I was saying earlier that I'm thinking of changing. I was doing my live Saturday at 11 Eastern, but I think that I want to change it to Friday, 5 o'clock my time. Well, 5 o'clock my time would be what, 2 o'clock your time. So I don't know. Let me know. Maybe I should do a poll. I'll do a poll and see what everybody thinks. A pond, a trampoline, and all kinds of stuff. Hang out with the kids all day. I know, Lindsay. The park nearby, they have they put in a skate park, and it has become the place to be. People love it there. So they put in the skate park, and they have like a little, like, you know, outdoor little workout area, and the bike trail goes through there. It's really cool. I lost my place. Did I lose my place? PLR. I love your jewelry. Thank you. I picked these up from Etsy. But I'm not gonna lie, Dezarey and I have been spending a lot of time on a jewelry channel, and oh my gosh. I'm gonna be in a jewelry timeout after last week's episode. I can't help it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Yes. Lindsay says, I freaking love hearing kids having good fun outside, especially just full of joy and life. The love. Yeah, I know. Because a lot of kids are more worried about being indoors or being on devices. So to hear them, you know, old school, outside, playing, running around, doing all the things, riding bike. I love that. Scotty, you had a phone call in your back. Awesome. And let me see. Back in the saddle, Aerosmith. Oh my God. Play a little different. That's why I don't play the sound. Okay. I completely understand that. Simple. Your aquarium brings joy to many, many people. So it's amazing. By the light of the silvery moon. Oh, I love that. No home shopping network strikes again. That's hilarious. Yeah. It's a disease. It's a disease. Victor, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. And Grover. Okay. I'm caught up. I'm caught up in the chat. All right. I think I pull cards for everybody. So yeah, last call. If anybody wants me to pull a card, let me know. I'm happy to do that. And then we could get, you know, do our thing and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Let me know. You were singing that to the moon last night. Last night was the full moon. I think it happened at like in the middle of the night sometime. And yeah. And we're just coming out of Lionsgate 8-8 manifestation energy. Yeah. All right, Simple. Thanks for stopping by. I'll check you out a little later today. Oh, Lexi just came on her birthday show. Okay. All right. Well, we can end it here, and that way we can support Lexi for her birthday. Thank you so much, friends, for being here. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.